सम्पूर्ण विद्यार्थी भाइ बहनहरू नमस्कार. Good morning. Today I am here as part of the PAPSON distance education or distance learning. Uh, Last time we have talked about the elements of society here, and today I am here to talk about the elements of ideal society. We are talking about in the last class we have talked about elements of society. What are the basic elements of the society we have talked about? And today I'm going to talk about the elements of the ideal society. This one, elements of ideal society. What are these? Before that, what we discussed already about the elements of basic elements of the society means. Last time we have talked about. See in this chart, we have talked about the fixed territory, simple life, rules and obedience to them, collective goals, names, self-origin and development, stability, respect to the past, we feeling, population. These 10 basic elements, what we already talked about. And today we are going to talk about the elements of ideal society. How we can make our society ideal, we are going to talk about today. These are the best elements of ideal society. Let's briefly talk about the elements of the ideal society. See, our very first element of the ideal society is ownership. First element of the ideal society. How can we make our society ideal? It means very first thing, there should be the ownership. Each and every member of the society should have the ownership of the society. Or each and every member should have the feeling that this society is my society. This society where I am living, this is my society. This society should be changed by myself. Or each and every member should feel that this is my, whatever good things are there in the society, because of my, whatever bad things or whatever things we need to revise or we need to change, we need to transform, that also is my responsibility. If this kind of feeling is there in the society, that is what the ideal society means. Means the ownership. Whatever good is there, whatever bad are there, each and everything should have, or each and every member should have the ownership of those things. Like member of a good society have good sense of ownership. We need to have a good sense of ownership. Everyone thinks his or her society is for his or her own benefit. Means that society where we are living, we do not feel that this society is for someone else. We need to have a feeling that it is for me, isn't it? Benefits for me. Whatever bad things, that for me. Means each and every benefits are there, own benefits. Sense of ownership encourages activeness and sense of responsibility, and this further encourages development. See there, when we have a very strong sense of ownership there, and then that encourages us to be more active for the change, for the progress, for the development of society. That encourages us for the change, for the progress, isn't it? And we will have a more responsibility. When we have a feeling of ownership in a society, then we feel more responsible. More responsibility we can bear. We will have a more sense of responsibility, and that helps for the transformation or change or development of that society. It means to make our society more ideal, to make our society good or better or best, we need to have a sense of ownership. That is very first elements of society or elements of the ideal society. Another means collectiveness. Second one is share. Second is collectiveness. Members of a good society not only think I. In last basic elements of the society too, we have talked about we feeling. We feeling, it means collectiveness. It means members of a good society, means ideal society. Good means ideal society not only think I, but they think we, or we need to think we, because they have realized the need and importance of living together. Not only that, they start thinking widely. When we have a feeling of we, isn't it? And we started to think a bit widely, not self-centered, isn't it? We should not think putting us at the center. We need to think that. We need to think widely. Feel we, and then only that society will be ideal society. They attached greater priority to their common benefits and work collectively for the same. Isn't it? Means common ownership and work together, common benefit sharing, each and everything should be there in common. Isn't it? That is the another part. Like if something is going to be happen in the society, or if something we need in the society, what we should do? It means we should work together. All the persons should work together. If we need, for example, if we need one road, and some people are working for that, and some are not, it's not possible to complete it in time. On the one side, on the other side, its progress will be very slow, and there won't be ownership, isn't it? That creates lots of problems. So we need to have a collectiveness in ideal society if we want to make society ideal. Another is third, security. See here. Third one is security. We have discussed already that society gives collective security. Collectiveness is there. It means there is collective security. All the persons are there. So that there is a security. One feels secure because of others. See here, one feels secure because of others. Means when we are alone or single in some places or in some place, we feel a bit unsecure. But when we are in a group, we feel secure. Isn't it? This is the security. Means security can be maintained collectively, not by a single person. One feels secure because of the others. They help each other in need. Why there is more security when we are in a group? It means we can help to each other in a difficult situation. Isn't it? In a good society, people extend greater love, affection, cooperation, support to weaker members. Isn't it? Those things are there. They will support to each other. Isn't it? That helps society to make more secure. We can make it more secure. People extend greater love there. Cooperation, affection, each and everything. So there will be security. Everyone has universal access to human essentials. When we have a collective security, when we have collectiveness, when we have ownership, and we will have a collective security, and that helps to achieve the universal access to the human essentials, what we need. Isn't it? Another is unity. See here, fourth one. Fourth one is unity. Proper sense of collectiveness. See here, these are quite like ownership, collectiveness, security, unity. These are quite related to each other, no doubt. Proper sense of collectiveness brings unity among members. When we have a collectiveness in a society, when we are working together, when we are living together, when we are doing something together, each and everything in the society together, then obviously there maintains unity. Isn't it? When we cooperate to each other, and then there will be unity. They are united for the fulfillment of their common goals and solution to their common problems. Means they are united Why they are united means to fulfill the common goals. In society, what we have talked about means common or collective goals there should be. And why there should be unity means to fulfill those collective goals. That is, in that way, this unity can be maintained. This is another one important element of the ideal society. Another fifth, cooperation. No doubt, when we want to maintain security, unity, collectiveness, and then obvious fact is there should be cooperation. If there is no cooperation, other things are not possible. Like when there is no cooperation in the society, ownership or this collectiveness or security, unity, those things cannot be maintained. To maintain these things too, we have a cooperation. If we don't have cooperation in the society, do not forget another obvious fact is that we cannot be the part of that society, or that society is not the society at all. That is our group of people. Society doesn't mean that group of people only. There are more things. So we are talking about these elements of the society. So that cooperation should be there. Unity without cooperation is not unity at all. If we want to maintain unity, but we are not ready to cooperate to each other, how is it possible to maintain unity itself? If there is unity, we are claiming unity is there in our society, but we don't have cooperation when we talk about it, then don't forget that there is no unity at all. Without cooperation, there is no unity at all. Members of a good societies unite and cooperate to the level of necessity. Level of necessity means when there is a need of cooperation, unity, other things, they come together, they work together, they help each other in need. This brings sense of security in every society. To build up the sense of security, we need to have a strong cooperation. That is another point. Another is mutual respect. Mutual respect is another element of the ideal society. All the members of the society should have respect to each other. We need to respect to each other, isn't it? When we respect to other, and then other will respect us, don't forget it. That is mutual respect. And when we respect to other will respect us, and in that situation we can maintain harmony, we can maintain closeness among the members or among us, then cooperation, unity, collectiveness will be more easier. That is the most important thing here. Mutual respect. If we don't respect, an obvious fact is others won't respect us. When respect is not there, harmony may be difficult. And when harmony itself is not there in the society, cooperation won't be there, unity won't be there, security won't be there, collectiveness won't be there. Lots of things will be destroyed in the society. So when we are going to maintain an ideal society, what we need to do means we need to have a mutual respect to each others. That is another. Another is obedience to rule. These elements we already talked about, the basic elements of the society. Obedience to the rules means rules and regulations are there in the society. Cultural, social, or different social rules and regulations, cultural rules and regulations, traditions are there. Lots of things are there, isn't it? And then when we are obeying them, when we are following them, then only there is the maintenance of that peace, cooperation is in everything. So that living in a society creates duties and responsibilities. When we are living alone, it's not possible. We are a social animal. Humans are the social animal. It's not possible. But when we are living in a society, don't forget that we will have some responsibilities, some duties to fulfill it. Responsibilities and duties are there which we need to fulfill. Members of a good society are obedient to rules and regulations of the society. That is the obedience to rule. Follow the rule, cultural, social, each and everything. Whatever society formed the rules, or whatever rules are already formed or existed, those rules should be followed by us. That is the very first priority in the ideal society. That's another. And another is responsibility. That obedience to rule I have not written here because we have already talked about two in basic elements of the society, so I have not written here. Another responsibility. When we are living in a society, we will have a responsibility. Social responsibility. It does not mean that individual or family or other responsibility. Here responsibility means social responsibility. When we are living in a society, we have a social responsibility. As mentioned earlier, living in a society creates duties and responsibilities. In obedience to rule, we have talked about this. And so members of a good society realize their respective duties and responsibility, though they have great freedom. We have a freedom, no doubt. We are free to think. We are free to work. We are free to travel from one place to another place. Each and everything. We are free to speak. Freedom is there. In a society, freedom should be there, no doubt. But it does not mean that you have got freedom. It does not mean that you don't have any other duties and responsibilities. When we do not feel any duties and responsibilities, social responsibilities or duties, then obvious fact is that freedom is not freedom at all. That is a kind of anarchy. What is going on in our nation at present? Freedom does not mean that you don't have any responsibilities. You don't have any duties. That is not the meaning. So, social responsibilities are there. And proper discharge of social duties and responsibilities lead to peace and security and progress and prosperity. When we feel the responsibility, when we carry out our responsibility, when we fulfill our responsibilities and duties, then there will be a security, there will be peace, there will be progress, there will be prosperity. That is the most important thing. Means to maintain all the things, like to maintain collectiveness, security, unity, this cooperation, mutual respect, this all. What we should have means we should feel our duties and responsibilities, or we should fulfill our responsibility. Then only society can be an ideal society. That is. Another is reformation. Next point is all about reformation. See here, reformation. Every good society is always transforming to the betterment, no doubt. We already talked about development of society. Society is changing, no doubt. But the good society transform. Change and transform is different, isn't it? Transform means a bit managed or well managed progress, or smooth, fast. That is transforming to the betterment, to the good, isn't it? The members work actively, unitedly, and responsibly. See here. Members work actively. Activeness should be there. Unitedly means in a unity. Each and everybody should work, and they should work very responsibly. Means they should have a strong feeling of responsibility. That is the most important things. Responsibly for the eradication of evils and strive for more peaceful, just, and prosperous world. Means reformation means whatever things are there, good things are there, no doubt we need to adopt, we need to follow. If not, if something are there, something rules, regulations, or culture, whatever activities are there in the society, if we feel we need to change it, we need to change it and transform it and then maintain a very peaceful society, a very just society, and a very prosperous society, then each and every society are peaceful, just, and prosperous, then the world or the nations will be prosperous, just, and peaceful. These are the some elements of ideal society here. Let me tell briefly in Nepali about this. Ideal society भनेको आदर्श समाज. हामीले समाजका आधारभूत आवश्यकताहरू अथवा बेसिक तत्त्वहरू भनेको त्यो आधारभूत तत्त्वहरू के हुन् भन्ने लास्ट गत सोमबारको क्लासमा गत क्लासमा हामीले छलफल गरेका थियौँ. तर आज हामी के छलफल गर्दैछौँ भने आदर्श समाज भनेको यो आइडल सोसाइटी भनेको आदर्श समाज. हाम्रो समाजलाई आदर्श समाज कसरी बनाउने भन्दाखेरि हाम्रो समाजलाई आदर्श समाज बनाउनका लागि हामीले के गर्नुपर्छ भने भाइ बहिनीहरू, हामीसँग सबैभन्दा पहिला त ओनरसिप हुनुपर्छ, त्यसको स्वामित्व, त्यो यो मेरो हो भन्ने हामीसँग चाहिँ एक खालको फिलिङ हुनुपर्छ. यो मेरो हो, यो काम मैले गर्नुपर्छ भन्ने त्यो एउटा त्यसको सेन्स अफ ओनरसिप हामीसँग भयो भने मात्रै हामी समाज परिवर्तन गर्न सक्छौँ. समाजमा केही राम्रो काम गर्ने गरौँ न भन्दाखेरि कोही गर्न प्रस्ताव गर्छ भने यो राम्रो काम त यो पुरै समाजका लागि हो, यो मेरा लागि पनि हो भन्ने हामीले फिलिङ, जुन एउटा खालको अनुभव, त्यो हाम्रो फिलिङ आउँछ, त्यो नै आदर्श समाजको सबैभन्दा पहिलो प्रस्थान बिन्दु हो. भनेको समाजमा भएका राम्रा नराम्रा अथवा परिवर्तन गर्नुपर्ने गर्नु नपर्ने यो सबै कुराको के हुनुपर्छ भन्दाखेरि यो चाहिँ ओनरसिप हुनुपर्छ, त्यसलाई चाहिँ ओन गर्नुपर्छ हामीले. त्यो एउटा कुरा हो. त्यसले हामीलाई के गर्छ भन्दाखेरि नराम्रो छ, राम्रो छ भने त भइहाल्यो, नराम्रो छ भने यो नराम्रोपन त मेरा लागि पनि हो. समाजमा कुनै पनि केही पनि गतिविधिहरू अलिक नराम्रो भयो भने यो मेरो समाजमा भइरहेको छ भन्ने जुन त्यो हामीलाई जब त्यो खालको एउटा चाहिँ अनुभव हुन्छ, त्यो खालको हामी फिलिङ गर्छौँ, त्यो मेरो पनि हो भन्ने हामी चाहिँ लिन्छौँ, मेरो पनि हो भनेर लिन्छौँ. त्यसपछि हामीलाई के गर्छ भन्दा विकासका लागि हामीलाई इन्करेज हुन्छ. त्यो एउटा भयो भने कलेक्टिभनेस भनेको हामी सँगै गर्नुपर्छ. हरेक समाजमा एक्लै अगाडि बढ्न सक्यो भने सम्भव छैन, होइन? एक्लैले धेरै परिवर्तन हुँदैन. त्यही भएर एक्लैबाट सम्भव नभए के गर्नुपर्छ भन्दा समाजका सबै सदस्यहरू हामी जति बस्छौँ, कसको के रोल हो त, हामीले कसले के भूमिका निर्वाह गर्नुपर्छ त हाम्रो समाज अगाडि बढाउनका लागि, त्यो आफ्नो भूमिका निर्वाह गर्ने क्रममा हामी समाजमा सामूहिक रूपमा छलफल गरेर हाम्रा भूमिकाहरूलाई, हाम्रा चाहिँ हामीले गर्नुपर्ने कन्ट्रिब्युसन्स योगदानहरूलाई गऱ्यौँ भने त्यो समाज एउटा आदर्श समाजको रूपमा रहन्छ. र त्यो कलेक्टिभनेस भनेको सामूहिकतामा हामी काम गर्नुपर्छ. त्यो सामूहिकतालाई व्यवस्थापन गर्न सक्यौँ भने मात्रै हाम्रो समाज आदर्श समाज बन्न सक्छ. त्यो अर्को भयो भने चाहिँ अर्को सुरक्षा. समाज नै निर्माण भएकै सुरक्षाका लागि हो. हन्टिङ एन्ड ग्यादरिङ, त्यो स्टेप अफ सोसाइटी अर टाइप्स अफ सोसाइटीमा हामीले कुरा गरेका छौँ. हन्टिङ एन्ड ग्यादरिङ सोसाइटी अथवा त्यो भेरी अर्ली स्टेज अफ द सोसाइटी, जुन जङ्गलमा बस्ने, होइन, त्यो चाहिँ कन्दमूल खाने, अब जनावरहरू चाहिँ शिकार गरेर खाने, त्यो समाज, त्यो खालको एउटा जीवनबाट समाज किन परिवर्तन भयो, समाज किन बन्यो भन्दाखेरि समाज बनेकै हाम्रो सुरक्षाका लागि हो, समाजमा सम्पूर्ण व्यक्तिहरूको सुरक्षाका लागि हो भनेपछि त्यो सुरक्षा अर्को कुरा भयो. त्यो आइडल सोसाइटीमा त्यो सुरक्षा भन्ने चाहिँ झनै म मेरो आदर्श समाज भनेर मैले मेरो समाजलाई भनिरहेको छु भने मैले के फिल गर्नु पऱ्यो भने, मैले के अनुभव गर्नु पऱ्यो भने म सबैभन्दा सुरक्षित छु है यो समाजमा, र म मात्रै होइन, हामी सबै सुरक्षित छौँ भन्ने एउटा खालको अनुभव हामीमा भयो भने चाहिँ त्यो सेक्युरिटी हो है. त्यसै गरी युनिटी, त्यो सेक्युरिटी, कलेक्टिभनेस अथवा त्यो सुरक्षा, सामूहिकता नै के हो भन्दाखेरि एकता हो. हामी सामूहिकतामा काम गर्छौँ, हामी सुरक्षा मेन्टेन गर्छौँ, हामीलाई त्यो सेन्स अफ ओनरसिप छ भनेपछि त्यसपछि हामीमा एकता हुन्छ. त्यो एकताले के गर्छ भाइ बहिनीहरू भन्दाखेरि यहाँ कोअपरेसन छ. त्यो एकताले कोअपरेसनलाई हेल्प गर्छ, हामीलाई एकअर्कामा सहयोगको भावनाको विकास गर्छ. अथवा हाम्रो सहयोग, कोअपरेसन र युनिटी त यो दुईटा चिज चाहिँ एकदमै कोरिलेटेड हुन्. युनिटी छ भने त्यो त्यहाँ युनिटी भनेको एकता छ भने सहयोग श्रोत भइहाल्छ, होइन? अथवा कोअपरेसन भनेको एकअर्कालाई सहयोग गर्ने भावना छ भने त्यसले के पनि गर्छ भन्दाखेरि यहाँ एकतालाई पनि मेन्टेन गर्छ, होइन? यस्तो छ भनेपछि अब अर्को के रह्यो भन्दा ओबिडियन्स, म्युचुअल रेस्पेक्ट. म्युचुअल रेस्पेक्ट भनेको चाहिँ एकअर्कालाई सम्मान गर्ने. हामी सम्मान गर्न सम्भव छ, हामीले जब सम्मान अर्कालाई गर्छौँ अर्काले पनि हामीलाई सम्मान गर्छ. त्यो म्युचुअल रेस्पेक्ट, त्यो पारस्परिक जुन सम्मान हुन्छ, एकअर्कालाई गर्ने सम्मान, त्यो सम्मानले के गर्छ भन्दा समाजमा यो एकता, सहयोगको भावना, यो सामूहिकता, यी कुराहरूलाई चाहिँ वृद्धि गर्ने काम गर्छ। र त्यो भइसकेपछि एउटा समाज झनै आदर्श समाज बन्छ। त्यही भएर त्यो म्युचुअल रेस्पेक्ट भनेको पारस्परिक सम्मानको कुरा छ। अनि सामाजिक नीति नियमहरूलाई पालना गर्ने, ओबिडियन्स टु सोसल, त्यो रुल्स एन्ड रेगुलेसन। ओबिडियन्स भनेको फलो गर्ने। हाम्रो समाजमा भएका विभिन्न सामाजिक सांस्कृतिक नीति नियमहरू हुन्छन्, त्यो सामाजिक सांस्कृतिक नीति नियमहरूलाई हामीले चाहिँ के गर्नु पर्यो भन्दा फलो गर्ने, त्यसलाई चाहिँ अपनाउने, अनुसरण गर्ने काम गऱ्यौँ भने त्यो के हुन्छ, समाज अझै आदर्श समाज बन्छ। र अर्को चाहिँ रेस्पोन्सिबिलिटी भनेको मेरो यो समाजमा बसेपछि मेरो भूमिका के त, मैले निर्वाह गर्नुपर्ने भूमिका के हो भन्ने कुरा पनि हामीलाई थाहा हुनुपर्छ। त्यसले पनि के गर्छ भन्दाखेरि हामीलाई चाहिँ मोर रेस्पोन्सिबल बनाउने काम गर्छ, अथवा यसलाई चाहिँ उत्तरदायित्वको बोध गर्नुपर्छ। त्यो उत्तरदायित्व बोध हामी गर्न सक्छौँ भने हाम्रो समाज रूपान्तरण गर्नका लागि अत्यन्तै सजिलो हुन्छ। त्यो अर्को भयो। रिफर्मेसन भनेको परिवर्तन, रूपान्तरण। समाज त सधैँ परिवर्तनशील छ, हामी समाजलाई परिवर्तन गर्दै लाने हो, त्यसलाई रूपान्तरण गर्दै लाने हो। हिजो के थियो भनेर बस्ने होइन, आज के छ र भोलि हामीलाई के आवश्यक छ त, हामीले त्यतातिर हेर्ने हो। आज जे छ त्यो भएकै कुरामा हामी सधैँ सेटिस्फाई त हुन सक्दैनौँ, सन्तुष्ट हुन सक्दैनौँ भनेपछि हामीले त्यसलाई के गर्नुपर्छ भन्दा रूपान्तरण गर्नुपर्छ, त्यसलाई परिवर्तन गर्नुपर्छ। र हामी भोलिको हाम्रो आवश्यकताहरू फुलफिल गर्नलाई भोलि हामीलाई जे चाहियो त्यही इमिडिएट हुँदैन। आजदेखि हामीले सोचेर त्यसलाई रूपान्तरण गर्दै, त्यसलाई चाहिँ परिवर्तन गर्दै लिएर गयौँ भने त्यो चाहिँ हाम्रा आवश्यकताहरू, हाम्रो भावी पुस्ता अथवा फ्युचर निड्स, होइन, फ्युचर निड्स भने फुलफिल हुन्छ, त्यो आवश्यकता पनि परिपूर्ति हुन्छ। यसरी मात्रै एउटा आदर्श समाज बन्छ। यो चाहिँ आदर्श समाज, हाम्रो समाज। अब भाइ बहिनीहरूले के बुझ्नु पर्यो भने यो आदर्श समाज, हाम्रो समाज कस्तो समाज हो त, अब आदर्श समाज हो कि होइन, त्यो चाहिँ हामीले समाज कस्तो हो भन्ने कुरा आइडेन्टिफाई गर्न सक्नुपर्छ। र यी आइडेन्टिफाई गर्ने यी उपायहरू छन्, ओनरसिप, कलेक्टिभनेस, सेक्युरिटी, युनिटी, कोअपरेसन लगायत यी कुराहरू। हाम्रो समाजमा कस्तो अवस्था छ त, ओनरसिप कस्तो छ, होइन, कलेक्टिभनेस भनेको यो सामूहिकता, सुरक्षा, एकता, होइन, सहयोग, होइन, एकअर्कालाई त्यो पारस्परिक सम्मान, होइन, अनि त्यसपछि त्यो दायित्वबोध, रेस्पोन्सिबिलिटीको कुरा, अनि रिफर्मेसन, परिवर्तनका कुरा, अथवा ट्रान्सफर्मेसन, रूपान्तरणका कुराहरू कस्तो छ त हाम्रो समाजमा, त्यसलाई हामीले हेरेर हाम्रो समाज आदर्श समाज हो कि होइन भन्ने कुरा आइडेन्टिफाई गर्न सक्छौँ। यो चाहिँ भयो यो एलिमेन्ट्स अफ द आइडल सोसाइटी। हामीले बेसिक एलिमेन्ट्स अफ द सोसाइटी वी अलरेडी डिस्कस्ड अबाउट। अब यसपछिको द नेक्स्ट लेसन इज अबाउट द सोसलाइजेसन। अब भाइ बहिनीहरूले के भन्नु पर्यो, वाट यु निड टु अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड हियर इज socialization. Before entering into socialization, what we have talked about, I want to revive you once. Very first thing, we talk about the development of society, how society developed, then different types of society, then elements of society. When we talked about, many times we talk about society and society and society. Elements of basic elements of the society, elements of the ideal society, different steps of the society, types of the society, those things we have talked about. Then, why we need to be there in the society? Why you talked about means socialization. What is socialization? Simply is, socialization is the lifelong learning process about the society. That is socialization. And how socialization is possible, or what are the elements of the socialization, what are the importance of socialization, those things we'll talk in next class. In next class, we'll talk about the socialization. Today, time is over for this social. Let's say bye-bye today, and we'll meet in next Monday. Thank you.